So one of the things that has captured a ton of attention in the markets, not just in the last few weeks, but over the last 12 months, is how much the price of gold had just skyrocketed this year and last year. I mean, last year gold was up roughly about 65%, and this year it continued its charge forward. And just in the first 3 weeks of January, gold's up like another 20%. It hit this week about $5,500 an ounce. So clients have been reaching out asking, is this gold run going to continue, or is all of a sudden we going to see this huge run plummet? And it's important to understand what drives the price of gold. And one of the primary drivers of the price of gold is actually the value of the dollar. So the way it works is as paper currency decrease in value, commodities like gold and silver tend to rise. There's an inverse relationship between the two. And what usually drives the value of our US dollar is a lot of interest rate policy. So if all of a sudden they're decreasing interest rates, that typically decreases the value of the dollar. And what happens to gold? Gold typically goes in the inverse way, it goes up. And that's what's been happening for the last 6 months, is like the price of gold has been going up because the Fed has been easing interest rates. Now there's an anticipation that this year that the Fed will continue to cut rates a few times, with a defining event coming up in May. So we're filming this today. It's January 30th. Trump just announced who his pick for the new head of the Fed is. And shockingly, overnight, as I looked at the markets about 30 minutes ago, gold was down like 6%. Silver was down over 12% in a single day. So it's like, have we reached the precipice? And why the heck is it taking a dip now? The only market analysis I've seen around this so far is, of all of the people that were on Trump's roster for the pick to precede Powell, because Powell's term is done as head of the Fed in May. Trump then gets to replace him with his next pick for head of the Fed. He had a list of a number of people that were on that short list of who's going to be next. The market kind of commentary right now is who he picked, while they're expected to be dovish, like meaning they're probably going to drive the mantra of wanting lower interest rates, because that's essentially what Trump wants. They might have been less dovish than some of the other people that were on the list. So they may be like, yep, we know interest rates are going lower, which helps gold, but they might not be going low as if there was another head of the Fed that really would have driven rates to the bottom, or tried to drive rates to the bottom. So we're already starting to see some of the shift. But outside of just the gyration as to who's ahead of the Fed, gold is very, again, value dollar driven. So where does the turn happen? If all of this monetary easing in interest rates and all of this stimulus from tax reform and all these other things creates a ton of growth in the economy, typically what follows that is inflation. And the question is, if inflation happens, then we talk about, okay, now interest rates have to rise to fight inflation. That is the enemy of gold. So gold could still have some room to run if we see interest rates moving lower and if the Fed does some extreme rate decreases in, let's say, the summer months. But as soon as we get a hint of inflation, as soon as it looks like, okay, lower rates are done, we might actually be looking at rate increases, you could see a significant pullback in the price of gold. Because I remind people, while gold is looked at as a safe haven, what can go up by 65% a year can also go down by 65% a year. It's not like bonds tend to be less volatile. Gold, again, while looked at as a potential safe haven, is a very volatile asset class. So you have to just be very careful with it. Now, there's another thing that impacts gold that's kind of helped it this year is geopolitical events. When there's uncertainty around the globe, this year, we had Venezuela, more recently, it was the Greenland stuff that hit the news wire. Whenever there's geopolitical stuff, people look for safe havens, and one of the safe havens is gold. If those geopolitical events decrease throughout the year for whatever reason, that could be another reason why people start taking money out of gold. And then as the U.S. economy does better, if the stock market's looking good, people might say, well, I don't want to miss out on the big returns from the stock market. So that could be another reason for them to leave gold as a safe haven and move into equities. Now, the timing is always tricky. And that's why we always counsel clients, be very careful with trying to time the top. Sometimes when you've seen these big runs in these asset classes like gold, does it make sense to take some of the gains off the table? It may, knowing even now that gold may still have some room to run if we get lower interest rates, but it still could be a prudent investment move given the volatility levels we have historically seen in gold.